with a big Kenyan stamped on her back. You'll see her wearing red and black, and just to her left you'll find Rofiat wearing the light blue, and Rofiat being from Nigeria. And Elizabeth has been in phenomenal form throughout this tournament, just bringing her signature mix of precision and endurance to the court. It's somebody who's known for her, let's call it, tactical mind and just relentless movement around the court. She's going to have to match that against Nigeria's Rofiat, but she's going to have to outmaneuver her opponent at this stage, and she's going to have to do that at every corner. And you know, she's just a win away from getting herself into the finals. Can she do it against Nigeria's number one? Well, we'll have to see. And it's a 5-setter here in Tororo. A beautiful day once again in Uganda. This is all the build-up for the All Africa Championships taking place in Kampala in November this year. And we hope to see some of Africa's best from the top to the south, west and east, all coming together to battle it out for the championship title of 2024. 2025. I'm going backwards. Now on the other side, we've got Rofiat Abdulaziz, who's an absolute powerhouse. She's Nigeria's star, and she's just come with dominant force in this tournament. And she's used both her aggressive play style and quick reflexes to overpower her competition. We'll have to see that now against Elizabeth Mulwa. And just a few words being shared by the umpire for both the spectators and the players. Just a few regulations. That was Lucky Mlilo from the Squash Federation of Africa.
To serve from the right, Rofiat to receive from the left.
Now both these ladies have earned their place here in the semi-finals with a place in the final on the line. And you can expect nothing short of a thrilling contest as Kenya takes on Nigeria, well, who rise to the occasion. Starting off first, it's a lead call, and Liz eager to get this showdown started. Who's going to step closer to the Uganda Open title of 2025. That's a great drop. Keeping it nice and tight from the Nigerian. And a lot of people have been talking and saying, we've got to watch Rofiat. She is just phenomenal. So from the discussions, it looks like Elizabeth might have an uphill battle, but she has been speaking to Kenya's finest players. And of course, the community sticking together and just sharing experience and knowledge of how you're going to beat or get the upper hand against someone who's rated a little stronger than you in this tournament. So get yourself ready for some world-class squash. It's Elizabeth Mulwa and Abdulaziz Rofiat. The action starts now.
4 love. Five love.
And a great start from Rofiat, keeping nicely tight to that wall. Beautiful drops. And just causing Elizabeth to, you know, bring in those errors and work. She's been to the front quite a few times. Rofiat winning those balls all at the front. Now it's 6 love in the first.
7 love.
And now 7 love already. The first game isn't going too well for Liz. A few errors, and that's going to cost her dearly in the first game. She's finding her feet, and of course, if she wants to take a win from Rofiat, she's going to have to keep every shot absolute class. And that's a few tins she's hit in the first half. She's not going to really benefit from all of those. It's 9 love now in first. And being a hot day in Tororo, the ball has such bounce. And that 19-inch tin is not going to do any help for anyone. Look at that, Elizabeth Mulwa, great shot, taking her to the first point. And it's uphill from now. Come on, Liz. And there it begins. This is slated to be an electrifying night of world-class squash here in Uganda. We're down to the final four of the ladies' draw, and this semi-final matchup is set to really deliver intensity, drama, and just sheer brilliance on the court, and that's what we're looking at now. It's 2-9 to Liz Mulwa, now serving. She's on the uphill battle. The favorite is Rofiat from Nigeria. She's Nigeria's #1 and had a phenomenal tournament. And all the Nigerians that come across to East Africa for tournaments, they really come with absolute commitment and real dedication to the sport. We love having our Nigerian friends visiting us, Ghanaian friends visiting us from West Africa. They really come with a passion and absolute determination to win tournaments. And that's what we like to see, bring the competition on. And a rising tide, of course, lifts all ships. And there we have it, the first game taken by Rofiat. And there we have Leon Kea, another elite player from Kenya, having a word with Liz. And the two of them run academies together in Naivasha with some talented youngsters. And I'm sure those youngsters are streaming in now and watching their coaches on the courts. Leon has just come off the court against Ilyasim Nimji, and that was in the men's second plate. It's almost the super plate. We will get some results to you shortly. Leon fresh off the court, having a exchange of words with Liz. And those exchanges are going to be along the lines of Liz knows what to do in terms of really putting Rofiat under pressure. And that goes along the lines of keeping those balls tight and really getting your angles past Rofiat in the middle and bringing that ball right to the back. And forcing Rofiat to play a defensive approach rather than in the middle, aiming for more of an attacking approach. And so far, Elizabeth has been nothing short of just sensational in this tournament. The Kenyan has really showcased her signature resilience. I'm going to see more of that coming in the second game. We might have seen Liz going down in the first. However, I'm sure her quick movement and her shot selection is going to carve her way back into the match. If she can secure a game now between her and Rofiat, we'll be in for a stunning semi-final here in Tororo. And that's the power of the Nigerian there. You can see absolute force. And this is a match of two different styles, contrasting styles, I would say. The tactical strategist with Elizabeth Mulwa, just trying to grind the baseline game against Rofiat Abdulaziz, who's fast and just fearless shot maker. She's absolutely relentless when it comes to open play and really attacking the ball and just giving no chances to her opponent when those balls are loose. And it's Abdulaziz. You'll find her picking up the pace. She loves it when it's fast. But both of these players know what's at stake. It's a place in the Uganda Open final and it's a chance for them to etch their name into the tournament's history. A stroke been called now. A chance for a moment of glory for the Kenyans. Have just popped over to their neighbors, Uganda. Everyone's been supportive of the East Africans. Really want to see some silverware for either Uganda or Kenya, and if Nigeria's got anything to say about that, it's going to be, we're going to have to work for it. And so far in the ladies' draw, we've got Rofiat Abdulaziz, who's the powerhouse. In the other semi-final, we've got the Zambian against the Zimbabwean, which is going to be absolute fire. 5-3. Now 5-3 in the second, Rofiat leading. She's already up 1-love and she's in total control of the second game.
6-3.
And there's Liz trying to find her feet. She's known for her rallies and she thrives off that.
7-3.
She's really trying to just find what she's good at and focus on that and put pressure under, or put pressure for Rofiat. There's those drives. She's finding those lengths and finding a rhythm. And any ball that's taken to the front by Rofiat is potentially dangerous for Liz. She wants to keep those lines as tight as possible and as clean as possible. And there's an attacking play from Rofiat, just a straight drop to the front.
8-3.
And Liz doesn't seem to be too interested in picking up those balls in the front. And there, she's just been cut off by Rofiat.
9-3.
Now it's 9-3, the top end of the second game. Just phenomenal play from the ladies. Elizabeth Mulwa just tinning it at the end.
10.
Now 10-3 in the second. It's game ball.
Left box.
She's really going to have to get out of here and have a conversation to herself and really have to buckle up and say, you know, what is it that I need to do to secure a position against Rofiat? She's in a tough spot at the moment. She's trailing in the second and in games to Rofiat Abdulaziz, but the match isn't over yet. But there's a few things that she can do to secure a win here today. And one of those is just to reset herself, just mentally reset herself and find her game. Her game is those tough rallies, those tough drives to the back, like that one. Really getting that ball to the back. And anything to the front is just far too much pressure for her. And there we go.
5-10.
That's first of few where she's taking it to the front, just putting a bit of pressure for Rofiat. But if she does manage to just reset herself and just take some deep breaths and refocus.
10.
Now 6-10. Rofiat is just clearly dominating the pace here. So Liz will have to slow the game down and take her time between points and focus on what she's good at, which is those drives and those lengths. And we can see from the serve that she just delivered now. She was really taking her time, a nice slow high ball so she can control the serves and disrupt the Nigerians' rhythm.
Second game to
And there we go,
Rofiat.
the second game to Elizabeth, to Rofiat Abdulaziz of Nigeria. 2 games to love so far. And we can really see an uphill battle in place now for the ladies semi-finals. Getting himself some water, and Liz following thereafter. That's Femi, also Nigeria's number 3, tournament seeded number 3. And he'll also be in the semi-finals a little bit later on. He's got a big game lined up for him. He's playing against Uganda's number 1, Paul Kadoma. And now this here's Rofiat Abdulaziz. She's feeling confident. She's loving the pace of the game at the moment. Liz needs to slow it down, or either that, or just change her angles and mix it up a bit. But for now, she really hasn't managed to find her feet, which is really what Liz wants to be doing. But if he does change the angles, and if those straight dives don't work, well, Elizabeth's going to have to start using more of these cross courts and boasts or lobs to just move Rofiat out of position so she can find herself in a position to really deliver what she's good at, which is those straight drive attacking shots. And just varying the pace and angles could force mistakes and also create openings for her in the future. We've seen that in the second game. Hopefully, come the third game, we'll find more of Liz changing up her pattern. And once Rofiat actually sees what Liz is getting up to, she might cotton on and try and cut that off
15 seconds.
and stop her strategy. Now we're seeing Rofiat attacking the front a lot more than Liz. The first game was evident. She got about 4 or 5 points just from the front. Beautiful drops. And if Liz decides to attack the front, she could just apply a little bit more pressure. And that pressure will be needed just to shake Rofiat just ever so slightly to force that error. And if Rofiat is sitting back, expecting long rallies like traditionally Elizabeth is very good at, well, she could be surprised with her. Just those few well-timed drops or counter drops, just attacking the front a little bit more and just really taking that rhythm away from Elizabeth or Rofiat, I beg your pardon, taking that rhythm away from Rofiat and just giving her the unexpected. Now, 2-love in the third, and not a great start from Elizabeth. Now, the squashers know that 2-love is not the end, and it's all about that mental strength now. She's going to have to dig herself out one game at a time, 1 point at a time, and stay on the tee, get her mind right. She's going to have to shift that momentum from fighting points from the back to really attacking Rofiat in the front and putting her under pressure and just keep her guessing what will be the next move. And here's that power from Rofiat.
2-1.
Now, early stages in the third, 2-1. Take it nice and easy to the front, and very good reactions from Liz.
2-4.
Here we go, 2 each in the third. Elizabeth Mulwa, Kenya's #1, taking on Nigeria's #1 from Lagos, Nigeria. And of course, the friends in West Africa all looking to find a win and take home some silverware. Stroke to Abdulaziz. And now we're in the halfway mark, 5-2 in the third. Rofiat Abdulaziz leading, and she's just in a dominant position at this point, absolutely beaming with confidence, but she can't afford to get complacent. She's gonna have to stay aggressive, stay in control. And now she's got a comfortable lead. She doesn't really need to take unnecessary risks, but she just keep applying that pressure to Liz. She's 2 games up. She should continue just her attacking and her regular forward balls. She's had some fantastic drops in the game, in game 1 and game 2. And there's Liz plying her traditional trades. She loves the rallies. She can go all day with the rallies. She needs to find herself in a position to attack. She doesn't like the front. And I think by now, Rofiat has cottoned on that. She doesn't like to get to the front. So she's now finishing efficiently by drawing her into those rallies and finding an opening to shut her down in the front. And of course, first 2 games we saw Rofiat dominating the tee. And there she is, just targeting those corners, deep, tight drives back to the corner, keeping Elizabeth stretched out and under pressure. Now, if Rofiat continues to just pin Elizabeth down like this, she's going to open up this third game very easily with a comfortable win against Kenya's #1. And we've seen in game 1 and 2, she just hasn't given a chance at all for Elizabeth to find her rhythm. Really been dominating that tee and pushing the front balls, and that's what we need to see from Liz. And that's exactly what we need to see from Liz. And she's celebrating now, leaning against the wall. Finally, she's found that shot that makes the difference. Now, Liz is a phenomenal player. Liz is a phenomenal player. And she needs to believe in her phenomenal shots.
Out 9-3.
Now, top hand 9-3. Liz is breathing heavily. More control from the Nigerian, staying physically sharp, even as she's leading 2 games to love. And even the Nigerian acknowledging the beauty of that shot. Well done, Liz. Just hitting the turn there, unfortunate.
10-4. Match.
And Liz tins the final point. Oh dear. 3-love against Nigeria's number 1, Rofiat Abdulaziz, who was in complete control in the semi-final clash. And she progresses now to the finals, take on the winner between Zimbabwe's Polite and Zambia's Mbewe, who we're going to be playing just very shortly. That's going to be followed by the men's semi-finals tonight. Stay with us. Now, just from the start of the game, Abdulaziz has been relentless, stepping up onto the tee and just cutting off Elizabeth Mulwa's shots and placing them in the front with those short balls. And
our second semi-final match.
Again, 6-30.
Okay, Liz, not quite the result that you wanted. Tough match. How did you think you played?
Yeah, it was a tough match. I think I did my best. I used the strategy that I had, but it didn't work. So I'm going to go back into training.
Struggled to find your rhythm a little bit at the beginning. Do you think there was maybe something to do with your nerves? Were you a little bit nervous?
Maybe, but I actually felt calm. I don't think I was that nervous. Maybe just a little bit.
If you go into your next match, what is the one thing you want to work on to improve your game?
Of course, I'll work on my nervousness, of course, one. And I'll also work on my mental strength and also some of my shots.
Okay, thanks so much. Hope you enjoy the rest of the tournament. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you.
Now another uphill battle required by Kaluba Mbewe of Zambia. Great shot. She means business now. She's a fighter. Oh, I know she won't go down without a response, and she'll be looking to just inject more pace into this game and step up her T dominance. She knows she's got what it takes, but can she switch on now before it's too late? Great response from Polite.
And out, 10-3. Game
Now,
ball.
top end, game ball. Plenty of time for Polite. And Kaluba decides
Second
to take a
game
cheap
to
one, and unsuccessful this
Polite
time.
leading 2 games to love.
And there we have it. And that's Enos Mwale. A phenomenal Zambian player. They're stepping outside for a quick conversation. And in stays Polite. Now it's 2-love to Polite from Zimbabwe. And can Kaluba pull herself together and secure at least the game against this powerhouse of a Zimbabwean in the third game?
Seconds.
And in she comes. Words being exchanged with Enos Mwale from Zambia, and Polite is already on the court and ready to go. In joins Kaluba Mbewe.
2 games to
Now with
love.
Polite leading 2-love ahead, Mbewe is running out of time at this stage for a comeback, but can she do it? If she does do it, she's going to need to do a few things. Although Polite has been dictating the pace by just keeping that ball tight and pushing Mbewe deep, she's going to have to make a few adjustments in the third, and one of those is really attacking that front court and giving some pressure for Polite.
1-love.
Just finding those weaknesses in Polite, and so far Polite's game has been really so tight. And it's difficult for Kaluba to find that gap, and small incident. She's going to ask for let and see what the referee has. We might have a replay.
Split it.
And let has been given by Great shot from Polite. She's going to enjoy that.
2-love.
Beginning of the third game. Now leading 2 games to love. Polite in complete control, beaming with confidence and moving well. As always, the error count just going up for Kaluba at this stage.
3-love.
Not really where she wants to be. She wants to be able to pick up and keep it soft and safe, soft and sure.
Time. 4-love.
And just great running from Polite. Unfortunately, couldn't get it at the end. But again, she's a great mover.
1-4. And out.
And that's the kind of deception we want to see from Kaluba. Now digging her way up from the bottom in the third.
2-4.
And that's going to really help her. Just focusing on those really difficult serves where she's looking to serve or return with purpose. And that serve always sets the tone. So if she can just keep up with that and just make sure that every shot equals pressure, she might be up for a winner. And that's Polite just closing off from the front.
And out. 5-2.
5-2 now in the third.
And out. 3-5.
Now we know that Bewe has the talent to really stop Polite and get her moving off the tee. We know that she's capable of that. We know she's got the strength, the reach and the precision to really apply pressure. She's just really trying to find that opportunity to do so. And if she's going to do so, she's going to have to be more proactive about it and attack those balls successfully, and she's going to keep kicking herself. Just so many balls that have been down and giving away those points. Now if she can execute these short balls, then she'll be in the running really to upset Polite. Yes, Kaluba looking for that short ball, not quite working. And Polite just looking to stay composed and stick to her game plan. She's 2-love up so far. She wants to stay in control, and easy does it, patience does it. 1 point at a time. And she's just keeping Bewe moving, which is almost like drawing her in, because she knows she's as comfortable on the rallies as Kaluba would be, and just waiting for those errors. And just as we've seen there, that ball just pops out of boundaries. And another 10.
9-3.
And what a great response from Kaluba.
4-9.
Now 4-9, it's the top end of the third. And no doubt Polite from Zimbabwe is looking very anxious to hear the words saying a win has been declared, and she's going through to the finals to take on the Nigerian. And Zimbabwe's squash community will be
10-4.
on their chairs
Match ball.
and very happy to see Zimbabwe raising the flag in Uganda. And that's it.
Game to Polite leading 3 games to love.
And that's it. 3 games to love. Polite super outstanding performance, absolute control of the tee, absolute control of the match. And Kaluba getting a round of applause from Uganda. And on this occasion, Kaluba unsuccessful in getting it to the finals. And there she is. She'll be reviewing some of the footage and having a chance to really work on her game in the future. In Uganda, it's the Uganda Squash Open of 2025. Now, from the first rally, Polite really showed her class, staying patient, controlling the tee and forcing Bewe into tough positions. And of course, Bewe didn't help herself any chance because she was really hitting the tin a lot often than she would have liked to. Now we're going to go down and have a conversation with both of these ladies.
I think I played well, and I'm happy with the way I played. Only was making a few mistakes, but yeah, overall I played well.
You think you controlled the game very well, your movement is exceptional.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a part of your game that didn't really work well today?
Not exactly, only the loose shots. I was trying to play accurate squash, but then some of the shots were not coming out, but overall, I'm happy.
You're going to the final against Nigeria's number one Rofiat. She's a phenomenal player, just like yourself. Have you met her before and played against her before?
Yes, I've played her before. That was like in 2022 for the All Africa. We played team events and I won 3-1. Then we played the individuals. I lost 3-0. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Well,
Yeah.
she's a strong player. We won't keep you any longer. But we just want to wish you the best of luck, and we'll see you in the finals tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
It reminds me of the Victoria Falls the Vic Falls in Zimbabwe and Zambia. It's quite a beautiful place, and we've really enjoyed all the players are here with us, and we hope that this video can also be seen by the Zimbabwe Tourism Authority. And again, we thank the National Sports Council of Uganda for helping us to achieve.
Kaluba, well played. Not quite the result that you wanted. How did you feel about your performance today?
Well, I feel like I can do a lot better than I
It was a tough match. She's a good player. It was just a hard match.
And did you feel like you got into your rhythm? Did you feel like you were on form at any stage?
Later on in the games, yeah. At the beginning of the games, I wasn't feeling my best self.
And do you think you're comfortable playing at this level? Do you think that she was a bit too tough for you, or do you think that on a better day you could have performed a little slightly better?
She's a very strong player. She's a good player. But I feel like with more training, I can be better.
Okay. We wish you all the best of luck. We'll all be watching the finals tomorrow, and thanks for a great performance today.